Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Cece. I'm an artist based in New York City. I talk about sex on the internet, and I'm also a tattoo apprentice. That's kind of crazy to say out loud. I think it hasn't fully actually hit me yet. But yeah, I started my tattoo apprenticeship over a month ago now, and I wanted to document the journey to bring you guys along, maybe in the future answer some questions of how I got my apprenticeship and all of that jazz. If you're an OG subscriber, you know that I was posting little drawing tutorials on this channel years and years ago. I think I was around like 14 or 15 at the time. Also, a huge dream of mine at that age was to eventually become a tattoo artist. I was obsessed with New York ink as a kid. I was obsessed with Ink Master. I had a huge crush on Ryan Ashley when I was literally like 17 years old, and I still do. So yeah, it's kind of surreal to me that I'm now learning how to tattoo. Like, truly, it's always been a dream of mine. Like, if you were to ask me what's something on your bucket list, I would be like, I want to learn how to tattoo. If you asked me what would you be doing if you weren't a graphic designer, I'd say I'd probably be a tattoo artist. From the ages of like 18 to 22, I was also working with Inkbox. They're a semi-permanent tattoo brand, and I have a lot of my like tattoo designs up on their website, and I was also hired a couple of times as a freehand tattoo artist for some of their New York pop-up events. And when I was working with Inkbox, I was like, at some point I'm gonna learn how to actually do this permanently and learn how to be a tattoo artist. And I knew that I always wanted to go kind of the more traditional route and find an apprenticeship. I didn't really want to learn by myself. During the pandemic though, I did buy like a tattoo kit off of Amazon and taught myself once. I literally used it once and then never went back. I really wanted to find a mentor whose style that I really liked, who I really resonated with, who was either Asian or a female tattoo artist, and to be in a shop where I'm surrounded by other really talented artists and just to learn from them through osmosis. Like, I really wanted kind of that like traditional apprenticeship in a shop. And it's really funny how opportunities just pop into your life, and I feel really lucky that I was able to find my apprenticeship a month ago. So it is so crazy to me. Like, timing is truly everything. A year ago, I had kind of a similar opportunity come up, but in my gut, it just didn't feel right. Like, the timing didn't feel right. Also, just the whole like situation didn't sit well with me. And also, I've constantly been like DMing shops in New York asking if they're looking for apprentices, but that has never really worked out for me. And so the fact that this is happening right now in my life and the way that I found this apprenticeship, it just feels so unreal to me, but also like this is the perfect timing and I wouldn't want it to happen any other way. I'm just excited to like document this journey, to bring you guys along, to show you the beginning stages of becoming a tattoo artist. Also, I just wanted to say that my goal for this apprenticeship is to honestly learn the art of tattooing. Like, my goal isn't to be able to get to a point where I can leave my 9-to-5 job, you know? Like, I honestly just want to absorb information. I want to reconnect with my creativity again. I don't want to add financial pressure to this because, again, like, this is an art form and I've seen how hard it is when you become financially dependent on something that is also creative. And I feel very lucky and privileged to have like an actual job that can support me financially. With this apprenticeship, I really just want to hone in my creativity, to really be present in the moment with this apprenticeship and to learn as much as I can and not expect some sort of financial gain from this. Obviously, I know that's a possibility for the future, but right now my entire focus is just on learning, absorbing, making new tattoo friends, and just being excited about it all. So yeah, I guess this is gonna become like a little series that I'll do on YouTube called the Tattoo Apprenticeship Diaries. This will be episode 1, so make sure you subscribe for more more tattoo related videos. I'm gonna be heading into the shop later today, so I'll bring you guys along. Also later in this video, I wanted to talk about this idea of finding your style as a creative person and why I've been thinking about that a lot right now, and why I feel really excited and inspired right now by that idea of kind of having a blank slate now and finding my style as a tattoo artist. So yeah, that is my intro for this series. I'm really excited, honestly, just to document it for myself, to see my growth as an artist, and I'm really looking forward to bringing you guys along with me. Hello, I just got back from the studio. I'm currently sitting on my roof, enjoying the sunlight and working on some flash designs, wink wink. I'm feeling pretty good about what I got done today. I was working on those like swirlies. I know it didn't look like much, but honestly they take so much time and energy, but I'm really happy with how they turned out. I think I'm getting a little bit better at them. I started my apprenticeship with doing like straight lines with pen and paper, and then like squiggles, and then I moved on to fake skin, doing kind of the exact same thing. I'm starting to think about what type of flash designs I want to eventually do. I know it's still early days, so I don't want to be getting too ahead of myself, but I want to start kind of like mentally and creatively preparing for when I can do little designs of my own. That has kind of gotten me thinking like what kind of style I want as a tattoo artist in the future, what kind of style that I'm personally drawn towards, and I kind of wanted to have this little yap session at the end of the day to kind of talk about that. Just this idea of like finding your niche and finding your style is something that I've obviously thought a lot about as an artist, and as someone who at first thought I wanted to get into the fine art industry and be a professional artist. And I also did the artist way last year, so that was when I really started to actually think about what it means to have your own style and your niche, and in what ways that's kind of limiting me creatively as an artist. Just for some context, I've been drawing ever since I was a kid, as you know, from my YouTube channel videos and also my Instagram content. I really loved doing like celebrity portraits and all that little fun, silly, goofy things. And then I was enrolled in kind of like a stricter art school, and the art teacher was literally like, "This sucks." She literally saw the work that I was doing and was like, "This is not good at all." Which now, looking back, it affected my confidence so much, because I was just doing those drawings because I thought it was fun and I liked how they turned out. And here was this adult being like, "These are shit." After that, I was kind of taught this like one way of being an artist. It was very much like technique based, and it taught me that like good art looks one way. And then I got into college, was also doing art academically, was studying art history, and again I thought I wanted to be a full-time artist, or like, you know, I wanted my pieces in galleries, I wanted to work at a museum, that kind of a vibe. So I think very early on I put a lot of pressure on myself to find my style, to find my niche, because that's what you had to have as a successful artist. Like, I thought that to be able to make money in the contemporary art world, in the art world in general, that you had to do one thing really, really well. You had to be known for this one style of work, this one kind of subject matter, and hone all of your skills into that one thing. And so because of that, I put a lot of pressure on myself to find my style, to paint a lot, and to figure out what kind of subject matter that I wanted to hone in on. Obviously, I still love the type of things that I'm painting. Like, I love erotic art so much, and it really embodies what I stand for as a person, as an artist, and I don't dislike that that's my niche. I do wonder though how much more I could be exploring creatively if I didn't have that niche. I think I subconsciously limit myself creatively because I'm like, oh, I'm good at painting this subject matter, so I'm just gonna stick to this. And I don't consider all the other things that I could be painting, if that makes any sense. Like, I rarely step out of my comfort zone as a painter, and I'm seeing how that has ended up to many like creative blocks and just feeling stuck. But recently, since I started this tattoo apprenticeship, I've been feeling this reinvigorated sense of inspiration and just curiosity. I think because this is a completely new medium, I am excited by the idea of trying to figure out what my style could look like, but also I don't want to put too much pressure on myself to find a style quickly or to even have one style really. I think I've been thinking about like where is the overlap between the type of tattoos that I personally want on my own body and what I'm drawn to personally versus the type of tattoos that I would be good at creating, if there is any overlap between those and how much overlap. And I'm excited to kind of figure that out, but I'm also trying to remind myself that it's okay, especially at the beginning stages, to explore everything. Actually, it's more than okay. It's probably encouraged, and I think that's what is exciting me the most, is this exploration of all of these different styles, and the possibilities are kind of endless to me right now. Like, for example, I'm really excited to try realism because that's something that I know that I have a good foundation in when it comes to drawing. So I'm excited to see if that translates into tattooing on people. So there's that. I'm also personally really drawn to like abstract brushwork pieces, so I'm curious to see if I'd be able to be good at that with tattooing. And then there's a part of me that's curious if I'd be good at color pieces with tattoos, because I always thought that if I became a tattoo artist, I would be a like black and gray specialist, because personally I only want black and gray pieces on my body. But, you know, when people look at my paintings, they're like, oh wow, your like color theory is really amazing. The ways that you handle color is really unique. So I wonder if I'll be able to tap into that with tattooing, or if that's something that I even want to. All of these possibilities, to me, it's not overwhelming me at all, which I think is a good thing. I'm really open to actually embracing all of these new opportunities and exploring and seeing what I like and what I resonate with. And I'm trying not to put myself on some sort of a timeline of being like, oh, I need to find my style by this time, or like, in order to be a good tattoo artist, like, I have to find my style, I have to be good at one type of thing, because honestly, like, success and being good right now is not even on my mind. Like, I'm just so excited to learn, and this is honestly a new type of feeling that I've had towards like a hobby or like an art practice. Like, there is so much that is just completely up to me, and I have so much control over that, whereas in the past a lot of things were controlled by my art teachers, my parents, how they were teaching me and what they believed were the right ways to do things. You know, honest, there are so many helicopters. This is so rude. Like, what is going on? Anyways, I've been yapping for a long time. I will say though, the one thing that I'm feeling very strongly about right now, and I know obviously that this could change in a couple of months, but I really want to tattoo nipples for free for people who are breast cancer survivors or folks who are trans. That is something that I'm feeling very strongly about right now. It's something that Deanna James does, and this idea was initially inspired by her. I love her work so much. Honestly, as someone who is a painter, her tattoo work inspires me endlessly. A huge priority of mine is making an impact, whether that be inspiring others or doing something actionable to make change. This is something that I've been thinking about for a while now, and it just motivates me even more to learn this really beautiful art medium. And because I want to do that, I really need to learn how to use color. So that is motivating me to be a good color specialist, is to eventually tattoo nipples. Yeah, because I can't be tattooing black and gray nipples, unfortunately. Also, in case anyone's curious, here are some of the flash designs that I've been working on. This one's like an abstract. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just abstract. And then I have more line work stuff like this. This is totally flipped. I'm so sorry that you can't see this. I'll try to include a better video. But yeah. So as you can see, I'm still just like trying to figure out what the fuck I want to do. And I also think it's a beautiful thing to just want to try all these different styles and techniques and to embrace that. Even though it might come off as confusing to some people, it doesn't feel confusing to me. It feels like the possibilities are endless. I'm just trying to sit in that feeling and enjoy the process. I'm gonna end the episode here. If you want more tattoo apprenticeship updates, feel free to follow my art account at CC Wang Artist, and I'll probably be filming the next episode next week because it's Friday the 13th and the studio is doing a huge like Friday the 13th event. So there will probably be another Apprenticeship Diaries episode coming out soon. But thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.